A late start to the day is going to lead to a late end of the day as I look to make a 3-day push from Ashland to Crater Lake. At least thankfully the weather is toned down a little bit and it's not scorching hot. Should make the miles a little bit easier. This is day 103 of my hike from Mexico to Canada along the Pacific Crest Trail. We'd start the early morning pack-up process only to be called out by Sue, who was pulling her Dutch baby out of the oven. Wolf would pour out coffee for everyone but myself. We'd dig right into the Blackberry Dutch baby, and then once all was done, Doug would load all our stuff in the back of his truck and start to drive us around town. Before we could hit trail today, we had a few errands to run. So first at the USPS to grab a new pole end for myself, then over to the UPS store to ship out some provisions for the upcoming trail, and once more to Mountain Provisions to try to find TW's hat before we could finally get rolling at the trailhead at 11 a.m. We would have a quick highway walk as a part of the trail before we would re-enter the woods and travel only about 3 miles before hitting some trail magic where there were Powerade Zeros waiting for us in a cooler. We tackled the first part of the morning, or I guess you could say afternoon, pretty easily because we only went 9.5 miles before we would set up to enjoy lunch in the mid-afternoon. Thankfully, today saw the weather shift from our prior 2 weeks and it was only about 26 degrees. Usually we like to be about 20 miles plus in at this point, and since we only had about 5 hours left of sunlight, everyone pretty much just plugged in and made our way to a designated camp spot for the night. But little did we know the spot we chose was actually reserved, so we had to adjust and move a little bit closer to the lake, where Wolf would surprise us with one Coors Light that he received as trail magic, and we'd pass it around before heading off to grab water from a nearby campground. And as Wolf looked on in pigeon struggle, he realized, oh, maybe I could lend a hand. Got everything I need, i.e. potable water now, and we're heading back to camp. I'm gonna do a couple of big days here coming up. Make sure you can get to Crater Lake at a decent time. So see you guys in the morning.